Camp David produced, among other things, a lasting peace between Egypt and Israel that's lasted for nearly 30 years. What made Camp David a success?
Well, there was full support in both Israel and Egypt, and I think among the Palestinians, to some degree, for progress on an issue that had been stalemated for a long time. The only Arab nation that offered a military threat to Israel was Egypt at the time, because they were supported by the Soviet Union. I thought it was important to bring them together, and they had two strong men who had the confidence of their people, Anwar Sadat from Egypt and Menachem Begin from Israel. And they were prepared to negotiate. Sadat was very eager to have a comprehensive agreement. Menachem Begin wanted a more superficial one that could be followed up later by foreign ministers and so forth. But eventually they both decided to go for broke. And we first completed a peace framework that could apply to all the issues between Israel and all of its neighbors, including the Palestinians, the Syrians, the Lebanese, and so forth. And then 6 months later, we went back and negotiated a second document that was a treaty between Israel and Egypt. So I would say two strong leaders, strong mediation by the United States, and supportive people in both countries that were enthusiastic about the completion of the process.
Supportive people, you're referring to the citizenry.
Yeah, citizenry. In fact, that still prevails. As you know, as you probably know, an overwhelming majority of Palestinians now, as well as Israelis, look with favor on a two-state solution with the two nations divided pretty much along the lines of the pre-1967 borders, the so-called Green Line. But everybody agrees, including me, that there should be some modifications of that border, consummated by good faith negotiations. If the Palestinians give up a little bit of their territory, then Israel ought to give up an equivalent amount of territory on the other side. And that's basically it, with peace for both sides. The most encouraging thing, I think, is that all 23 Arab countries unanimously have voted to recognize Israel and Israel's right to exist and to live in peace with normal trade relationship and diplomatic relationship if Israel will withdraw to basically the pre-1967 borders and have some reasonable solution to the right of return.